Okay. So I'm talking about homelessness. Because I advocate on the streets. We serve food. Okay, so we the people are tired. Generations before us were tireless to secure a strong future. This bridge has crumbled under the broken system we have now. My name is Crystal. You may or may not know me. I am a member of SHOCK, Sacramento Tenants Union, and founder of Reckless Charity Entertainment. I can vouch for this broken system, as I am ex-foster youth. I was homeless. I was an ex-drug addict, and I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I, like many of you, have been railroaded by a system put in place to be there to help. A system that doesn't listen to us. A system that criminalizes us for their inadequacies. For our unhoused population and the advocates, we see the real picture. Homelessness has been the dirty little secret in California and has been hidden very well. Until recently. You read daily in the paper about the homeless problem. So this is for the media in here. Any of the media, you need to understand that the homeless are not a problem. This is a crisis, a political game. For years and years, Sacramento silently ignored the pleas regarding homelessness. As with anything else, if you let it go, it becomes bigger and bigger, until solutions are nearly impossible. The stereotype of the typical homeless individual is a druggie who is lazy and refuses to get a job. I hear this all day. The reality of it is, they are human beings who have been a victim of circumstance. Not all of us have families to fall on when we go through hard times. Many causes of domestic violence include slumlords. That's a booming business, by the way. Domestic violence. A lot of people flee to the streets to hide and go to get away from it all. Yes, mental health and addiction do play a role in homelessness. But just a thought. These people weren't under the influence of something their whole life. Maybe something in their life triggered them to pick up their first beer. I know quite a few people who have an addiction to prescription pills that their doctors prescribe them, and then they get hooked. Are there any resources for these people out here? Legitimately? No. I am out here, which we are marching down 16 to Abrams. Many of you guys know about Abrams. There's tons of people out there in tents, okay? What I do know is that the lack of resourcing and the lack of housing and the lack of shelter is intentionally pushing these people further and further into poverty with little to no hope for the future. Criminalization is what I'm talking about now. Raise your hand in here if you can tell me about criminalization of the homeless. Okay. Another booming business. I guess somebody has to pay the bills. Why not charge the poorest of the poor? Sacramento, shameful and ugly. They continually ticket, harass, do sweeps on people with no legitimate resources to back up helping them. Follow along for just a second. I have spoken with both the Impact team, which is Sacramento's they deal with homeless, and the Sacramento Homeless Outreach Team. Okay, this is city and county. I have seen them ticket, I've recorded them doing sweeps. Both entities I have approached, and I've asked them, hey, do you have a street sheet? Or what kind of resources are you guys using? We try to help people as well. The answer from both of them is Sacramento Steps Forward and Sacramento Self-Help Housing. Those are the two entities that they use, okay? So I went online to do some research because I am majoring in criminal justice. I already have my associates, and I'm doing this to advocate for these people, okay? Sacramento Steps Forward. You go on the top of the page, you hit the Find Help button. I clicked it just to read this. This is on their page, this is public, so anybody else wants to read it. Sacramento has an array of housing and service programs that are designed to help people who are experiencing homelessness. Unfortunately, the resources available cannot match the uprising tide of people in need, and therefore, we do not have enough housing or resources for everyone. As such, ending a cycle of homelessness may require a person to pursue multiple avenues of housing simultaneously, not count on one single resource. Let me tell you, Sacramento has no resources. We have done the cycles. I have tried to get people off the street, friends, family. So my question is, what do we do when there's no other resources to contact? And this is the only entity in place. The huge win for homelessness came from the United States Court of Appeals of the Ninth Circuit in the case of Martin versus Boise. The findings of this case is, it appeared from the record that the camping ordinance is frequently enforced against individuals with some elementary bedding, whether or not any of the others listed indicative of camping. The erection of temporary structures, the activity of cooking or making fires, or the storage of personal property are present. For example, this happens daily, just so you guys know, okay? For example, a Boise police officer testified that he cited a claimant, Pamela Hawks, under the camping ordinance for sleeping outside, wrapped in a blanket with her sandals off and next to her. Again, for sleeping in a public restroom with blankets, and for sleeping in a park on a blanket, wrapped in a blanket on the ground. The camping ordinance therefore can be, and allegedly is, enforced against homeless individuals who take even the rudimentary precautions to protect themselves from the elements. We conclude that a municipality cannot criminalize such behavior consistent with the 8th Amendment when no sleeping space is practically available in any shelter. We all know, with a win like this, there has to be a loss. With Sacramento leading the way in criminalization and no shelter or resources, I want to do a small comparison so you guys understand what I'm talking about, okay? This is on some of the citations that the homeless are receiving. According to Sacramento Regional Park Rangers records, September of 2018, when Martin versus Boise went into effect, there was 506 citations. As of January 2019, 5 months later, there are 531 citations. Here's the big one. Camps cleared. September, 643, okay? January, 1,171. In 5 months, that much of an increase. As far as garbage, because that's always a big deal with everybody, garbage and debris removed was 122 tons in January and 169 tons in, September, and then 169 in January. Tying ropes to trees is another one. We understand that that causes issues, but what are they supposed to do? The police are asking for more funding. The fire department is asking for more funding because working with the homeless is taking away from emergency situations. Why the heck are they not funding viable resources to help people get on their feet and be a successful part of this community? We the people need resources now. The truth is homeless is just that, homeless. We the people want housing, counseling, rehabilitation, and jobs. We do not need a triage center with no resources at the end, discrimination, and to be criminalized with no way to be able to pay. We need to come together and organize. We have the power when we work together. I invite all of you, meaning all of you, to come to one of our meetings, which is everybody. Bring everybody. To the Sacramento Homeless Organizing Committee meetings on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. at the Delaney Center right here at the Loaves and Fishes. It is time for change. This crooked system. It's time to change this crooked system. It is time for us to repair the broken bridge of our time and make it strong for our children. Thank you. Yeah.